During my applications, I realized that different organizations expected different things from us. And with Analyze Consulting, I just felt that they had much more of an interest in me. We were asked to do an essay, they asked for a character reference, and that recruitment approach gave the impression that they are taking a holistic approach towards me, and it just required more investment. So when I got to the finish line, it was the obvious choice.
The Analyze Bursary was one of the bursaries that I selected because what I liked about it was the learnership component, which would give me an exposure to consulting, specifically within the technology industry.
Two things stood out for me. So during the application process, we were required to write an essay, and I didn't actually understand what the question was for the essay. So I gave up the application process altogether, and then someone from the company actually reached out to me and they're like, are you okay? Like, do you need help with anything? So that sort of gave me a sense of they really, really do care, and they really do want to find out like what's going on. Are you struggling with anything? So that's the first thing that stood out. And then the second thing, during the interview process, when I had the interview with senior people, it felt like just having a conversation.
So first with the bursary, what I appreciated is that they facilitated and gave you everything that you needed, and they didn't put an extra stress on you, and which is very different to the experience I had during my undergrad and what I saw other people go through. And with the graduate program, what I appreciated the most was the amount of support that I had, be it for adapting to work, the professional stuff, or even at the course that we're doing that year.
Is really the support that comes with it. Analyze really understands that you're a graduate and it's likely your first time in the working world, specifically in consulting. So they really support you, guide you, give you all the coaching you need so that you can show up as your best self.
So with the bursary, I did my honors year during COVID, and it was like hard lockdown, and the university had just sent us home. At the time, I didn't have a laptop, so whenever I was working, it was either I was working at the lab or with my desktop computer in my room, and I couldn't really carry that home because I was using like a flight to travel and all of that. So someone from the company reached out to me and was like, what do you need to ensure that you succeed during this period? And I mentioned that I don't have a laptop, and they actually sent me a laptop the following day. So that was like one of the things that I appreciated, and the constant like checking up. Because
I'll tell them to not get frustrated, and they should keep putting their effort not only to this application but all their applications. Just answer any questions that they have, anything that is required of them. Do that to the best of their abilities and put their best foot forward. And then when they get to the interview, that they shouldn't feel intimidated by these people. They just want to get an understanding of how you fit the business. So just relax, understand that they're human just like you, and put your best foot forward.
My advice would be to be your authentic self and be excited because the world of consulting has so much to offer.
so the first thing I would say, just apply, right? I know when it comes to applications, sometimes it becomes very overwhelming. And if there are parts that you don't understand about the application, whether it's the essay or the documents required, don't be afraid to actually reach out to the recruitment team within Analyze. And also, even if you have like questions about the company, don't be scared to actually reach out and say, hey, what do you guys actually do? And try and get an understanding of what you're getting yourself into, basically.